Today, it's and just like that's worst side characters. You're here with Pod in the City and Joan and Amanda, baby. You know what I noticed though, Amanda, with these side characters? I was thinking I wasn't going to be able to figure people out.
Me too.
And then once I started writing a list, it was
so
like,
easy.
Add that one, add that one, add that one. Now, when we say side characters, friends, we're not talking about Che.
Right.
That's not enough of a side character. We mean you got to be a little deeper in. Maybe someone who maybe has less than 5 appearances throughout the series or something like that. You know, someone that, there is one.
I have a couple more regular-ish, but none of the ones that would get like billing or would show up on a press tour.
And ultimately, we know we hate Aiden and we know he hate all the leads, but he's not on here either. He's not enough of a side character in our eyes. But if you hate Aiden like we do, you can check out our And Just Like That ruined Aiden Shaw video. You can also check out the videos we've made about our leading ladies, Miranda, Charlotte, and our Carrie. Also, we did a Carrie and Bigger Toxic AF. And really, the ultimate man who did it all and ruined it all was Michael Patrick King. And you know what I say to that?
So as Demi Lovato would say, sorry, not sorry.
Is anyone going to hate me for playing that clip like every chance I get?
It's an earworm now. No, Brianna Slate gave us this idea, and it's going to actually help us with a lot of episodes because we can do best characters. And then we're also going to do Sex and the City, best and worst side characters.
I already have my ideas for the best.
For Sex and the City?
I have one for And Just Like That, who is in one episode, has one moment that just made me laugh out loud. And I was like, love you.
Oh, I can't wait to hear.
You know what I'm talking about.
But just so you guys know, you can also write us emails. You can write us in the comments any other ideas you have for these little think pieces, because this is kind of the route we want to keep with, because it's going well and I'm enjoying doing it. So any other think pieces you can think of, let us know in the comments or send us an email to patcpod@gmail.com.
I love how the reason that we're going to keep doing it is because you don't mind, you like doing it.
Honestly, with podcasting, I've been podcasting 10 years now. It's gotten to the point where it's like, I'm not doing stuff that I'm not enjoying doing.
I've been doing it for 1 year and 6 months, and I'm getting to the point where I'm like,
yeah, you seem to hate it. It seems to have worn on you as much as it has me. Just kidding. But anyway, also check out our Patreon, you guys. We do a bunch of stuff over there. We do Smash. We do Drag Race All-Stars. We just did an episode with Nick Kachanov, my co-host from Squirrel Friends Cocktail Hour. And we did Herstory of the World for that. And what else do we do? Oh, we also do Vanderpump Rules over there.
We do a lot of stuff on our Patreon. If you guys don't know what Patreon, it's like, it's a website and a community where you can go, support people that you like. Even if you don't listen to the episodes, you could still throw us $6 a month and help a bitch out.
Yeah, right? But there's so much content there. It's hours and hours and hours and hours of listening to us complain about shows. Sometimes we're talking good about shows too.
It's nearly 2 years worth of extra episodes, which means that's like almost 4 full days of content.
Wow, that was quick math. But let's get into this. So what are we doing? Tell everyone what we're doing here.
All right, today we're breaking down some of our worst side characters. Now, Sex and the City, I remember it being a show that, like, I don't remember having side characters appear and me thinking, oh, get the fuck off my screen. I can't deal with this person anymore.
I can't think of any, really.
Maybe like when Bobby Cannavale wanted, but is that even this?
But I wasn't like, ugh, get him off my screen.
There was so much about And Just Like That, though, that it's like people would appear and I am like, this is the most insufferable character I've ever seen in history. Shit. Many. I forgot to, and I'm adding him right. This is
the thing, guys, is like when I was doing this, I thought of this last night when I was waiting for SNL to start. And I just sat there and like scrolled through my memory of like, okay, well, episode 1, what happens? Episode 2, what happens? And just going. And it was so easy. I came to about 7 or 8 characters in less than 3 minutes, probably, because there's so many unlikable characters that you have pointed out that they'll put a character in there and they'll just have some quirk and that's their whole personality.
It's like they'll go to meet a doctor But guys, the doctor's also simultaneously getting calls from his wife, who's
The
trying to
lawyer.
get money from him or whatever the fuck it is. And
it's like, okay, why are we doing this? Anyway,
it's because I'll stick to it. They didn't know what they were trying to do. They literally didn't know what show they were trying to tell. And I guess because they couldn't make their leads be funny, they needed like randoms to be funny.
Or the writing.
So this might be all over the place, guys, but buckle in. And I think that we should just do it where like we each say a person. Let's go.
I don't really have, and I feel like we probably have a lot of similarities on here.
Well, we're going to probably agree on all of them. I'm going to start with one, and that is Amanda the editor.
Oh, okay, that's the one that I wrote down when we were just recording, and I was like, I just thought of one that I've been complaining. I complain about her every time she shows up on my screen, probably because it's my name, but I can't stand her.
Every time she's there, too, it's like, honey, there's tears on the pages, but your book is a work of shit. You need to make it a lot lighter. People are going to want to go die after this. It's just like, I feel like it's a missed opportunity. I feel something with this. I don't feel anything with this character where it could have been something. Maybe it's that I wish they would have committed in one way or another. If you're going to go for the idea that like she has a younger editor who wants younger whatever, why not make the editor then like 23?
But the editor comes across as like a pathetic single woman herself.
It does.
You can tell that this character probably has a lot of comedic role because she's clearly a character actress. She has the ability to be funny. You can tell she has it, but they don't know what to do with her. And now she's just relegated to like weird, kind of overweight 40s single girl who's, which
feels like a missed opportunity because why isn't she even then like, maybe she should have been like a big Sex and the City Carrie stan or I don't know, do something with this character.
Carrie's two editors in Sex and the City, you guys, are Amy Sedaris and Molly Shannon, to put into perspective.
How about those two lesbians that come out at the funeral and are like, now I know you said you didn't want any florals, but look at that piece. It's just stunning. And that's all and they're literally called the lesbians.
These lesbians sure know how to do a funeral.
I'm going to put them on my list too, but I don't need to talk about them. Give us one. Hit us hard.
God, I'm gonna start at maybe like God, I don't even know whom. Okay, here's like a fun one, okay? Ready? I bet you didn't think of him. Andy Cohen. Because, like, why?
Oh, hey, Carrie.
And he's, like, bad at it, too. Like, you fucked up the one line you have in it. I think
it's because we also, as we would watch every time, it's like, you wasted your time, effort, and money on the wrong things. You've given us a shit story, but you're spending plenty of time on making sure that you insert Andy Cohen having a line. Like, come on.
And that was inserted into Carrie and Aiden's breakup fight. So we have an entire scene with lighting and set and location where she could just leave the house and Aiden could run after her.
No. We can't do that.
No, we have to have her going to a shoe store.
We need to spend as much money on this show as possible. So we make it completely unfeasible to even make a fourth season because it would cost them $500 million.
Who's next?
Speaking of Aiden, I know this is a big one and I'm going to drop it here.
Oh God.
Wyatt, baby.
See, I knew you were going to have this on your list because you said it yesterday, but I should be the one that's allowed to say Wyatt. You've been a Wyatt apologist the whole time.
You can say Wyatt because I'm actually going to say one that's more annoying to me. And that is Tater, whatever. Because
what about Homer?
I don't care about him. The reactions of Tate to Carrie especially drive me effing nuts. When he comes there and Carrie shows up and he's like, oh, yeah, hey, come on, Carrie, give me a big one. And
that's Homer.
Oh, that's Homer?
Tate's the one whose birthday it is, and he's like, he comes later.
Tate's the oldest one. So okay, yes, I hate Homer. I hate Homer and I hate Wyatt.
I like the name Homer.
What are you going to say about your favorite Wyatt, then? Give us a Tell us why you hate Wyatt.
Okay, no, okay, here's the thing with Wyatt. If you wanted to, like, you've established this kid as a kid with major mental problems, the casting of this is spot on. Like, I couldn't think of a person that looks more exactly like what you'd picture that kid to look like in your head. He looks like Sid from the Toy Story movies.
Yes.
And he's a great actor, honestly. Like, I believed this. None of it was like over the top or like showy.
I think it probably fits into that category of like, I didn't need to see this and I didn't want to see this on my show. You know, maybe we just hear about freaking a constant thing that's Aiden's kids. I didn't need to see each of one of them. I didn't need to see Carrie visit them in Virginia. I didn't need to see him play VR and have to deal with listening to him throwing a chair through a window. And it's
she's in that dress. Hang on a second.
All right, next, I think that on the list for me, and now I don't know if you're going to remember this person, but it is the woman who has the dog at the dog park. What?
I said, yeah, we're with Richard Burton.
Yes, who thinks Richard Burton has attacked her. And all she's like is, my baby! I hated that character. I hated it. And
did you hate the character or did you hate the storyline?
I hated the storyline. I hated the character.
All right, I have another one.
I wish they would have done something different with that. They could have done like anything. How about that?
I think they knew that they had like a star in the Bulldog Richard Burton, so they just wanted to like develop storylines around him.
That woman though too, I think she was on Sex and the City.
She was, yeah, as something. But okay, I got a good one. You ready?
Okay.
Andre Richard. I hate Andre Richard and everything he stands for as a man, as a person. I hate him.
I'm going to start with my number one offense, and that is his name being Andre Richard, and the fact that they will not call him anything but Andre Richard. And now, is he listed as Andre Richard hyphened? Where are we getting Andre Richard? That's not his name. And again, this show could have chosen any name for your character. Why did you choose Andre Richard? It sounds stupid.
It's a terrible character. He's just awful. Awful. I guess he's well written in the fact that is exactly how that man would be. A traveling musician.
A musician, straight guy who's
with a woman way out of his ranking and then wants her to quit her job and stay home and raise his baby while he can go out and like cheat on her.
He also wants a baby because he wants one.
But I want one. Okay.
That was a good contribution. Good contribution.
Yeah. All right.
I'm going to say Lisette.
Yeah, Lisette's a great one, especially because she's supposed to be the representation of Carrie Bradshaw.
That's, I think, the part about it that makes me the most annoyed. If she was just some drunken dummy who lived under Carrie and it was like, this crazy dumb bitch under me. But no, this is supposed to be the character that's supposed to like be the young version of Carrie. But as we said in our They Ruined Carrie video, you took a character that we're relating to in the original one, and then you're trying to give us a new version who's also unrelatable because she's a celebrity jewelry designer / model.
Now, when you said the drunken mess thing, it reminded me of one of my favorite one-off characters ever, and it's a broad performance but fully iconic. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Kristen Johnston.
Yeah, you got it.
Mm-hmm. Because she is the one that I think that part is one of the more clipped out pieces that you see. It's like, doesn't anybody have fun anymore?
Fun.
God, I love her. And isn't that season 4?
She was a representation of Carrie's like old life. Like Carrie clearly was doing cocaine in bathrooms. Like she was like the night. Like she made sense as like a character of. She just made sense as to a character Carrie is watching and like processing, and Lisette is just nothing.
No, I'm excited to get into our favorite characters of Sex and the City too, because I'm thinking about, similar to Kristen Johnston, was that woman who Samantha meets when all the other girls are calling her a slut.
In the Frenemies episode, yeah.
Yeah, that woman who's kind of like her, and she gives head under the table to the guy. Yeah. I mean, look at us just, you know what's so odd is we just did like a ranking episode of this episodes of And Just Like That. And it was so like, oh, this sucks. Like there's no like positive reminiscing about the episodes. But even just now, we're like reminiscing about a part that we didn't even really love was her giving head under the table. Like,
no, we hated it, but she was great.
It still was more in line. You know who I love? This is okay. No,
the lithium lady. Okay, no, let's get back to this. Was that mine? I said Andre Rashad. Oh, you said Lisette.
I said Lisette.
Okay, I have one. Now, this one, love this actress. Super talented. Doesn't even play the character unlikably, but you can tell that it is a check that box of a minority of some kind. And I think the joke is how crazy that this person lives a normal life. And it's Carrie's podcast producer in the wheelchair.
Oh,
like when you find out that her and Bobby Lee have been sleeping together, I am telling you that the joke there is, I never would have thought that she fucks. That's what that joke is.
Really?
Like, I think she lives a normal life, crazy, and
I also think the joke they're trying to tell there is like, oh, she's people would look at you in a wheelchair and think you're weak, but she cusses.
Well, yeah, exactly. Like, that's the joke. Is wow, look, you wouldn't think, and that area,
including that, we gotta give it to him, and it may be the hard part is, I actually think this person is doing a pretty good job. Comparatively
of the character that was written for them.
Yeah. In fact, they think they seem like to be the most natural of the three on the fake podcast. And that's Bobby Lee. I hate the inclusion of him. I hate him as a person. I hate everything about it. I hate the idea that we have to go to he and Smoke's wedding. The fact that we just have to follow these characters that, again, I don't give a shit about. That annoys me. But
he must be great to work with or something because he keeps popping up on different shows.
I wonder if they thought that would bring straight men in or something.
Do straight men, like he was on that show Love, and I hate him on that show too. And he plays the exact same character.
Has he ever not played?
I guess people. What is his niche?
Mad TV?
He was on Mad TV, and I didn't mind him on that. But like.
Well, I think he's a Predator now. So,
and he is, and I've said this before, but if you look up worst Doughboys guests ever, everyone mentions him. He's like the worst.
I'm running one. I want to give one that I think we're going to like somewhat be contentious on.
Okay.
I think we were slightly contentious on it before. The principal of Rock and Lily's school.
Oh, I love that guy.
I love him too, but I hate what they did. Like, again, that is an incredibly funny person.
Yeah.
And you've saddled them with like.
He's in like Will and Grace, and I think he's in like Christopher Guest movies.
He is. He's actually hilarious, but you've given him these. Like one of his big jokes, which fine, is that he thinks they're coming in because. He thinks the women are bursting in because there's a school shooting.
Yeah, I actually didn't mind that joke because it is like depressingly funny, I guess.
I didn't, hate it either, but I'm just like, this character most of the time is just like, oh, Charlotte, oh, another mother. It's like.
And then he hits on Giuseppe.
I think it's more that he's wasted. And in that same vein, I almost think this is one of my biggest travesties of season 3 is the use of Kristen Shaw.
Well, the misuse of Kristen Shaw, the misuse of Jackie Hoffman, actually, but then also Sherry O'Terry is very misused. All these guest stars in season 3 that are fully wasted.
Okay. I'll give a minor benefit of the doubt to Sherry O'Terry and Jackie Hoffman's characters because they had a little bit of supposed to be funny moments. I don't believe they gave Kristen Shaw, a comedian, a single joke.
That was so weird.
He had to play the straight man. It was like, you could have had any person in the world play this, and
I think she talks about it on. I think she was on Trixie and Katya, in their interview. One of them is interviewing her, and she does mention that she did this, and she's like, "Yo, it was fun. It was a fun day." You can tell that she was like, "Yeah, I guess that was a thing I did."
She didn't do anything. It's literally like, well, I think they're going to have a lot of work in front of them. It's like
really weird choice. All right, I have a good one. And it's kind of twofold. And it's a big one. Brady and his girlfriend. But I actually think that Brady might be one of the like reasons that the show really is. Everyone has a problem with Brady. Everyone does.
Well, I think it's more that the show decided like that episode 2 needed to start with him fucking his girlfriend, pulling out, repositioning, putting it back in, and then
it's so true.
Here's the issue. We watched on Sex and the City Miranda decide whether she was going to have an abortion or not for this baby. We watched it be birthed. We watched her water break on Carrie's shoes and have the entire thing where Miranda can't figure out if she's going to be able to do this.
Super cute too. When he
everything we've watched this since a baby. We have watched this be a baby. What I'm getting at is that we watched this baby be born. I don't need to see this same character jizz in their girlfriend.
No,
I don't want to watch that.
He does. No, he does get more likable after the girl's gone.
He does. And in season 3, he actually is kind of fine for part of it because he's like, oh, hey, he's just whatever. Except then, wait. There's someone I forgot to add onto this, but I added their friends.
They're on my list.
And it's relating to Brady.
Yeah.
And one of the people that they said that they were using this person to lead us to a beautiful ending, and that I guess they weren't going to be involved in season 4. And that's Mamma Mia.
Oh, I have someone worse than that.
Someone worse than Brady's baby mama?
Yeah. Epcot.
Oh, honey, I have Epcot and the gay. What's the gays?
Epcot and the gay. Yes, both of them are awful.
Mamma Mia, Epcot, and her friend, the gay guy, who I'm gay, so I can say that. The Voger.
The Vogan gay.
I can't remember what his name is. Sorry. He was only introduced in the last episode, so of course, that probably was one of the more infuriating. If we're talking about infuriating side characters that are being added in, just do a blanket statement for any Gen Z or Gen Alpha character. Anyone who's supposed to be in their 20s or younger is insufferable on this show.
I wanted to get what the character's name was, so I wrote in and just like that finale, and the top thing on Google is a Reddit thread labeled, let's be honest, it was the worst series finale in the history of television. I mean, yes, I really can't think of
bad.
How I Met Your Mother was also very controversial, but at least like they weren't canceled. Like that, it was still better than this.
It's also a different type of story to tell. It's different. Like, and just like that's finale I'm going to pretend it didn't. According to Carrie, we're just on a really beautiful hiatus. So who knows? They might come back. How many more people do you have on your list?
I also have George Washington's mother. But then you wanted to, on that note, put George Washington.
I don't hate George Washington's mother.
Okay, but you wanted to talk about George Washington as a possibility.
I do want to talk about George Washington because the part about him that I just really bugged me was that, one, the show focused on him too much. And two, that it all boiled down to that we had to watch him deal with his comptroller struggle for an entire season. It boils down to then an episode of him basically, he needs to lose weight because he's so fat from being the comptroller. And then they walk into an elevator, the door closes, and then the door reopens, and the election is over. That's why I'm pissed at George.
Okay, the gay's name is Silvio.
Oh, okay. Now that you say that, I do feel like.
And Epcot is played by Spike Einbinder. I wonder if that person is related to Hannah.
I'm sure they are, and then they're related to whatchamabutt, the mother.
No, born in
Hannah
1990.
Einbinder's mother. What's her mother's name again?
Oh, is she famous too?
Hannah
Lorraine Newman.
Einbinder's-
It is. It's the sister or brother, sibling. Yes, relatives. Hannah Einbinder's sibling.
So Epcot was a Nepo baby. Mamma Mia was a Nepo
sister
baby.
or a Nepo sibling. Yes.
I'm gonna guess Silvio wasn't a Nepo baby, but
I have a feeling they probably are, right?
well, they might as well be if the other two. I mean, like.
By the way, can I ask you something that is maybe not really evergreen, but it is like one of the funniest things I'm following in current day. Speaking of like the comptroller, remember when he was running for mayor? Are you watching the mayor debates for New York City on like it is true theater. It is
Zoran Mamdani is absolutely annihilating.
Yeah. But everyone's saying like
fabulous.
he should be mayor, but then that one should be jester of all parades. Like it's just such it is like an SNL skit.
Well,
the three men.
Yeah, we can leave that for something else because I could get real political about it. It's like the questions that they're asking them are like, do you believe that which parades would you march in New York?
Yeah. If you watch it unpolitically and you just watch it as a show, it is so like the three different characters are just perfect. It could be a sitcom, honestly. I love them.
I really like when they're trying to go after Zoran or Mamdani, and you can see each moment where he knows exactly what he's going to respond back because they'll be saying and blah, blah, blah. And it's like hits that beat and he gets the hugest smile on his face because he's like, I'm about to tear you up. So, and I just, you know what? As a person who likes to tear shit up, if you
guys want to see like a good clip, you can type in like bodega orders because that's the funniest one. That one is the funniest answer. Anyway, back to so we're putting George Washington on there. Also, just because Christopher Jackson is like iconic.
He deserved better.
He deserved much better.
And this character isn't technically a side character, but they deserved better too, and that's LTW. That character could have been so much better. Right?
Yeah, but then also it's very indicative that he afterward, like we looked up his Instagram on one of these episodes and he does not have just like that even like listed on there. And then he was doing interviews afterward and they were asking him about that and he's like, yeah, it was a great experience. Yes. I wish everyone the best. Like he's
like sometimes in life you do art and you put your art out into the world and whatever the response is, But as an artist, we don't need to concern ourselves with the response that our art receives. And I'm like, got it, babe. I have two people, but the problem is I wish I had a really strong one to end on. Two of them are Che's ex-husband, Lyle, which that's a character I never needed to meet, let alone have for multiple episodes.
Yeah.
And then with Che too, the showrunner BD for Che's.
That's right.
What was Che's
pilot? Shit, what was it called?
It was
something really.
It was like Che Pasa or
something. It was Che Pasa.
Oh my God, no!
I can't believe you thought of that. I would never have come up with that.
I remember it because it is like a really bad play on her name and Spanish. So that's what I remembered, and I just going through this. It just reminds me like.
It is equally as easy to pick the worst characters of And Just Like That as it will be to pick the best characters of Sex and the City.
And I think it will be as equally difficult to choose the best side characters of And Just Like That as it will to choose the worst side character. No, I do have one worst for Sex and the City. And that is that artist who filmed his sexual conquests and then made art. I hate that guy.
Yeah.
But in And Just Like That, slight preview, the one I mentioned earlier, the one that I actually like, Susan Sharon, but she's only in it one time.
And she's not really in Just Like That, but you know,
she's in And Just Like That.
Yeah,
the one
she is. Bitsy,
baby, she's my number one.
But again, the characters we actually easily like and just like that are from Sex and the City.
And unfortunately, too, with Bitsy, I can't say that I like what they did to her character on the show. I more just felt bad that the way they treated her.
They treated her like that in Sex and the City, though, too. They treated her horribly.
There it seemed slightly more understandable because it was in the time where like people were like, wait, why is this woman marrying this queen? Like, doesn't she, like, I could see but now it's like Bitsy's just existing and she's like, hey, Carrie. And they're like, oh God, keep me away from this bitch. And it's like,
she sits with Carrie and she's like, the first, nobody tells you that dirty little secret that the second, and Carrie's like, yeah, I'm trying to get, and like, this woman understands literally everything you're going through and just
more than other people around you. But you know what? Carrie's a saint. We love our Carrie. Guys, if you're still here, join our Patreon. It's patreon.com/podinthecity. $6 a month gets you ad-free early access, and you get access to like extra episodes every week. We got our RuPaul's Drag Race All-Stars 2, Vanderpump Rules, Smash. We have other episodes of like Golden Girls, a bunch of crap.
With Pillow Talk, we do a voicemail bag. You guys can leave us a voicemail just down below here. It says like, leave us a voicemail. There'll be a link, and you can just leave us a voicemail about anything, and we'll make it into content. And also leave us a comment down below right now. Who's your least favorite side character?
Yes. Also, give us some thoughts. Like, are any of these characters good?
Yeah, tell us your favorite. We'll need help for when we do that list, honestly.
Yeah, that is what I'm hoping. Can you give us some ideas for the best
side character? Yeah, thanks. I think that's everything, guys. John's in Hawaii right now, so everyone wish him the best. Are you gonna see Oprah? She has a house.
I don't think I'm allowed within 100 miles of her place. I think they'll shoot me at the gate. Anyway, we love
you guys. Have a wonderful week, and make sure you check us on our live on Halloween. We'll be dressed up, and we're going to be talking about the finale of And Just Like That, which is called Seeing the Lights, and it's fine. We both watched
shit ass ending for our fabulous costumes, but we love you guys so much, and. Bye.